Hi, and good evening, everyone. My name is Albert, and this is Vlogs About Nothing. Thank you very much for taking the time out of your very busy Wednesday night to join me. I really appreciate it. Sort of like clockwork, right? You feel me? Even a broken clock is right at least twice a day, kind of a thing, But like, I only do the show once now. We used to do it 4 times, you feel me? And then I ran into sort of a mental blockade, and wouldn't you know it, I can't quite figure out how to make 30 more minutes of content every single night. I probably could. No, I could. I just don't. So, anyways, I hope that you guys are doing really awesome. You feel me? It's just one of those routine things that have put me sort of in a habitual place of nirvana. Does that make sense, right? I mean, a good routine always sort of makes people feel good about themselves. And I'm a fan of feeling good about myself, right? I mean, wouldn't you want to feel good about yourself too? I mean, I don't know. It's whatever, but it's better than what the Dallas Mavericks recently just did, how the LA Lakers are behaving, how Jerry West is not getting recognized, and how Caitlin Clark is still the GOAT. All right, so shout out to all my new viewers who tuned into that video a few days ago when we talked about Caitlin Clark. I take nothing back, nor do I hold anything back. It is what it is. You feel me? It's pretty, unfiltered here and pretty honest. Awfully, biased sometimes because I'm always rooting for the winner. I mean, is it bad for a guy to want to see somebody win in life? I don't think so. I mean, especially when it's done the right way, just by simply being better than other people. There's too much hate on people like that are just better than other people, right? I mean, sometimes that's just the way that it is, and it doesn't mean that like they're better than you. Don't get me all twisted, right? I'm a social capitalist. It just means they might be better at doing something than you are. You feel me? And that's why Jerry West is a legend and an icon, and the Lakers repeatedly make some of the worst decisions in the world. We should all start a petition for the Lakers to like obtain new ownership, right? Just because they do nothing and they do everything and it all doesn't make sense, and the NBA isn't entirely predicated on how well the Lakers do. I understand it's a big market, right? Shout out to the West Coast, right? That's a West Coast thing. There's two teams in Los Angeles. There's the Clippers and the Lakers. At least we remember the last Laker team. The Clippers one who had that one racist owner who said he wasn't racist, and then, oh boy, was he racist. So I'm just saying, right? In and of itself, Los Angeles, from we all understand it's a huge market. It's one of the biggest markets in the entire world. Shout out to Los Angeles for about to be hosting the Olympics too, right? They got a lot on their plate, much less to have to worry about Lakers ownership making stupid decisions. Okay, here's the thing. I rep Lakers, right? I've been on and off a Lakers fan my entire life. I'm born in Albuquerque, New Mexico. Growing up playing basketball on the blacktop, there's very few teams, when you'd go back home with your buds after you're done playing ball to go play ball on a video game like NBA Jam on the SNES. You feel me? Oh boy, life was good in the 90s. But all I'm saying is, like, if you've ever picked up a ball at some point, you like the Lakers, because who wouldn't like the Lakers? They had Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, Will Chamberlain, Magic Johnson, LeBron James, Kobe Bryant, Shaquille O'Neal. I mean, holy potatoes, the list goes on and on, right? Like, there are some great Lakers. And most notably, Jerry West continues to get snubbed by the Lakers organization. And that really bothers me. I can't tell you how much it bothers me, only because Jerry West is sick, all right? Like, I'm not saying like this dude was playing before the three-point line was invented. This dude was a fundamentally sound basketball player for his time, his era, whatever, however you want to say it. The dude is a legend. And I think that it's pretty weird that the NBA doesn't even recognize his iconic status as it concerns being the grandfather of a league that is one of the most profitable entertainment industries in the entire world, and it's strictly basically an American market, just like our good old American football, right? I mean, this is fairly American so far as the market is concerned. I mean, other places around the world play another kind of football that involves actually using their foot to kick the ball, not just at some point when you need to change possessions or kick an extra point or go for a field goal, you feel me? So I'm just saying that, like, Jerry West being snubbed by the Lakers is a no-no. LeBron James selling out to the Lakers. You feel me? Again, I was a fan when it first happened because, I mean, you know, LeBron James has turned into the neighborhood bicycle, for lack of better terms, as it concerns his decision making and how it's impacted the league and where he's chosen to take his talents and so forth. And I'm not gonna hate on the dude for living his best life, all right? This is LeBron James' world. We're just living in it. You feel me? So if the dude wants to go back to Miami after a small absence, or you know, if he wants to go back to Cleveland after playing in Miami and then go to the Lakers, whatever the dude wants to do, right? I mean, I think it'd be kind of interesting to see an NBA star purposefully go to the lowest market team just to see what they could do with that. You feel me? I mean, the Cavs were a pretty small market team before LeBron came along and, you know, eventually brought them a title and so forth. But I remember back in the days when the Cavs sucked. You feel me? Like they were not even a topic of mention in a conversation. And in fact, they were posterized many times. I mean, most, you know, notably the Michael Jordan. Oh my God. Like that posterization, you feel me? Of the, I just, that was nasty. It was illegal. It should be illegal. Things like that, things that are so awesome, right? They shouldn't be allowed. Michael Jordan, man, that guy. I think it was Mark Price that he shot the shot over, you know, in like a half a second. What a banger. Michael Jordan could entertain you, I'll tell you what, you know. And so, all right, like the Lakers again, you know, they've made some stupid decisions. Again, like I just can't. It bothers me. I think as a fan, it should bother everyone. And okay, they got Luca. Like I'm more hurt for the city of Dallas than I am happy for the city of Los Angeles for welcoming another global phenom. I mean, again, LeBron James is basically walking out the door. The guy has historically done what he wants to do, and I mean, it's hard to build a franchise, a true franchise, a dynastical franchise, you know, when players are choosing to do the kinds of things they do as it concerns following big market teams and going where the money is and so forth. But it's just really frustrating because I used to be a Mavericks fan, okay? So, like, there was a point in time in my life where, like, Michael Finley, and Jason Kidd and Dirk Nowitzki, you feel me? Like, Jason Terry was also one of my favorite players. Mike Bibby. Now, I know Mike Bibby didn't play for the Dallas Mavericks at any point, not that I'm aware of, but Jason Terry did, and Mike Bibby and Jason Terry played together from my recollection at the University of Arizona. You know, so like I've always had a soft spot in my heart for Arizona teams, whether it's ASU, which is who I'm really about, or the Wildcats, you feel me? Because the Lobos had played some really good games against the Wildcats back in the 90s. So, again, and they produced Mike Bibby and Jason Terry. So, you know, I was always a fan, especially when Dirk Nowitzki. I mean, he was a jersey that I bought when I was like 11 years old because that's what Dirk did. Dirk made you want to buy his jersey because Dirk is one of the sickest people to ever touch a basketball ever. I mean, yeah, Michael Jordan, Kobe, you know, whatever, but like Dirk. Oh boy, I mean, talk about like the greatest power forward to again, like this dude could shoot, this dude could post, he could drive, like he could dish, he could rebound. Oh man, what happened to Dirk? Where you at, Dirk? Like, you know, he was also really fun to watch and play. So, you know, like to watch play. Oh yeah, yeah, play Dirk Nowitzki. You know, I do try to think about what I say for the record, and I know these are improvised talks, you know, and sometimes I'll reflect on the video, you know, and I'm just sort of like, all right, well, I'm a human being, I make mistakes. Hopefully, people fact check what I say. That's just kind of how I feel about it. I'm, you know, like right now, I'm begrudgingly like telling myself that Mark Price is in fact the person that Jordan posterized in that like 1991 game against the Cavs, but then it might not have been Mark Price. And if I'm wrong, then I'm sorry. I'll just know in a few minutes here. But either way, I think the Lakers. This what has this been? This has been a talk about basically the Lakers, kind of randomly with a few sidebars in between. I'm not sure how I'm going to title this video, but these ones are very fun for me because I like talking about things that I like. Not that I don't talk about things that I don't already like, I guess. I'm just saying, before I put my foot any more in my mouth, I'm just going to end this video. I love talking about everything I love talking about. I mean, like, take that as you will. You feel me? Because sometimes we talk about, like, difficult things, you feel me? And I don't necessarily like talking about those things. I just like being able to feel that I've done my part as it concerns, like, letting the world know, if it matters at all, what this dude thinks about the things that are happening in it. Like it does. It doesn't at all. And I'm such a joke and I'm such a muse. And it is such an honor to be here with you every single night. I can assure you of that is not a joke. So, my name is Albert. This was Vlogs About Nothing. I hope that you guys have a really wonderful night. We didn't even get to talk about Caitlin Clark, but that's cool because I think she'll be around long enough for us to make many more videos about. And shout out to Caitlin Clark. Again, like, even just saying that name is like saying Jordan's name in the early 90s. I'm telling y'all, like, just watch her play for 5 minutes and you'll be a different person. I'm not joking. So, again, have a really good night and I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye.